Okay. Wait for my computer to show that I'm actually streaming again. See here, this is part 9 of our Stranding 2 streams. This is Stealth ARTISAN Live, and I'm ASHLER. I'll just quickly check it with my phone. That'll work. I should have thrown up a thing so I can look. Yeah. Okay. We'll try waiting for that program to start working again, but continue on the beach. Okay, I think we... So, one of the other things in this game I think would be interesting is if they actually started more coding packages with chiral paint or something on that line, which gives them individual packages less weight, more buoyancy. And, oh, what? Which stuff would lay way less because of that, especially also if they inlined it with stuff specifically to try to counteract some of the weights. I think the heavier weights would be, how would I do it? So there's like a 3 or 4 tier system, I think, with the weight. So I would just have the special packages, just move down a tier. So all small packages weigh nothing. They cancel themselves out. Medium packages, are, which I don't know if they actually do this. I think they do something else in the first one. More like it holds more. A smaller size is what they did. They did like medium. Medium is now small, and so on, moving down the run that way, which is also a cool way with materials. But doing that with weight intrigues me. So your XLs would be actually Ls in weight type. And I don't know how like 1-to-1 weight is in this game, if there's like a little bit of a fluctuation on numbers and stuff. Thinking, oh, what the hell? Why do I still have that? Yeah, I really wish that triangle slow-mo thing was just an active button. So you could do that and then go into that. Not a contextual button. Depending on, you know, getting close to those. But I would also like to be able to upshift, downshift in these vehicles a little bit more too, so that I could put more load on like the car when I'm going downhill, so that it's like fighting going downhill. And then also within that state, maybe it's more likely to generate electricity because it's actually engaging like a gear to do so. But maybe that's using force, but that doesn't make sense. I want to say when in a real car, when you're doing that, when you're in lower gears, that it's for that. If I'm remembering correctly, it's been a minute since I've drawn the manual. I just remember my old Toyota that going down the canyon pass, that I put it in some gear to make it so that I wouldn't have to be pressing on the brake all the time, basically. The car was slowing itself down more naturally. Let's do this. So it doesn't look like this is good.
Bienvenido, Sam. All this stuff.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Take care of yourself. Nos vemos.
Yeah, after I get his stuff 5-star, it's gonna be a little bit annoying. Can I receive entrusted cargo? Is entrusted cargo in here at all? Because I don't know if shared cargo is the same as entrusted cargo. I want to say no. Let's take a look.
Anybody out there?
Because I want to say that. Let's see if this does this. I click on here. Do I? Yeah, I can see shared cargo. Can I see entrusted? Weird like that. What if you can actually share? That stuff. I need to take a look at that. That'd be a way for me to know. And then who else would I do that with? Her. Ooh. Okay, she has just 2. in her stuff. Interesting. I can just pull out and deliver it to her. Which I wouldn't do. Oh, if I did that, I would. If I went to her, I would take that and then send it to someone else. Because I assume that's what we want to have happen with this 5-star system. If more people are passing things along and we're paying attention, I want to say that they would be at the top of the list if they existed. That we could go there and immediately just like pull that out and then get some points. So I guess I really need to be more active at doing that, because I wish other people would be. And I like, if I see any of her stuff villa-wise, definitely try to do that. One thing though I'm curious about is I wonder if entrust to others works a certain way. Because I could see entrusting to others, what it would do is they would take it to her but couldn't give it to her, and then it would be pressed on me to actually deliver it. They would only put it in the private, they put it in the shared locker at the location for me to deal with it. But that doesn't sound right from the first game. Because I want to say literally when you do that and trust it, or you lose it and someone picks it up, and you deliver it, you're the one that's delivering it. But I don't know if it's like a shared delivery at that point, where you get points and they get points. Or if it's in you sharing, that's really where I could see there being a boss battle out here. What? try this double brake method. Because right there, I think that'd be fun to do like a spider anchored winch thing on the back of your vehicle. Especially if it could unlatch. But I'd be fine where you would drive over. Aw, fuck off. That was bullshit. Yeah, some of these collision things are... I want to almost flag them as bugs.
Trouble nearby.
How bad of a damage did that do? Eight. Yeah, that felt like a, if anything, 1%. No way fucking 8. I don't think I even boosted there. If I boosted, maybe 80 if I boosted. The other thing though, with sending stuff, I really wish they had it set up where it's not random.
Thank you. Been looking forward to this.
I want to have this stuff be,
We wrote this stuff off as lost.
I want to be sending this stuff to friends, especially if I have visual information, like I can see their stuff, so I'm like, oh, okay, have they 5-starred this person? No, they haven't. Let's send it to them. You know, sending it to someone that I don't know that they've got it 5-starred, if I don't have that information, they could send it along as well, but
Thanks for letting.
I don't know if that's an explicit, like, notion. People might just be, like, annoyed or end up sitting on it just because they don't have that context that they should be passing it along. Okay, let's look here. I'm trying to find... Should have some more friends. Yes, we do. Okay, we need to... go into here and try to see if... Maybe I can just add these people. Let's see here. I want to definitely add this person. Do I have enough? No, I have to give it... connect to strands. Okay. Okay, we have 0 with this person. Okay. Can I... How do I disconnect? How do I... Sever. Yeah, I don't like how many links that they're giving us. Hopefully it'll expand later. Okay, we're gonna definitely do Johnny. I need a... Is it this? Is this him? Let's see here. Um, are they on here? Are they under? Hmm. Come on, go straight. Okay, yes, we'd like to do this person. Oh, we are already doing that person. Okay, good. So let's go back into here and look at connections again. Okay. I just gotta find a new one. Can I just search? No, it's just alphabetical, hopefully. It's gonna run. Ah, there we go. Yes, so, yes, this one is it.
Feels good.
Ugh, damn it. I hope they don't retcon all my current work, because I could see them kind of doing that. Because Kojima has shown Sam being all old, so that could be a timefall related situation, or that could be a so what's this?
Okay.
See if we're picking up anything over there. No. Save just in case, just in case. I think I have this more figured out. Yeah, this is the just in case right here. No. No. Yeah. And that's why we save. So that's not foolproof. do still need to really get that on track and get this closer to here. Then from here, then you can kind of do this method here. See, I wish I could lift this just barely, but it's like, no, it's full, almost full kick. I can pop it. No, no, don't do that. Why are you doing that? Yeah, this is where I wish we could select this and then try load, and then it would say this, and I would have another option, swap. Let me swap it. I can offload, and then I can come down into the trike and place in here, and then go to here and place onto here, and then go to here and then go up one. Try to put these onto here. And then let us. Okay, we're already where we're at. The other thing is I would like you to be able to keep your backpack in the vehicle. Like, so basically I'd get in the vehicle and it would give me the option to take off my backpack, and then it would stay in the vehicle, and then I would walk up to it, and that would be a secondary thing that you could recover. Okay, I do not want to deliver to her. I do want to go into here. Don't want to do that for these. Seriously? I can't? Weird. I'll just do it at a thing nearby. What am I looking for? Where I saw her having stuff. Is it maybe in shared? Is it in shared? Did someone else grab it? Can they even do that? Let's see here. That's me. Yeah, right there. Lost cargo. Where is this at? In shared locker. Go into here. Go into shared. There is nothing here that I'm seeing. Weird. Huh. And it's not letting me entrust her stuff while I'm at her stuff. So I'm gonna come over here and try to do that here. These should really... Right here, next to the name with the villa, should have the picture of the character. This.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery is due to
I still wish I could send that directly to, like, my core friends. But, I don't know, maybe it's a good thing that we can't do that to a certain degree, because, some of us would basically have large swaps of, like, certain parts of the game played for us, but technically we don't have to use it. If we have all this shared stuff, we could donate it to someone else, so we're like, you know, or you're just like, yeah, at the very end, I'll use it to 5-star. But I'm not gonna use it for the beginning, because I want to experience toiling for those packages initially. Okay, let's look at this. Let's see what's this. And to restart this guy, since it's having so much problems. I am surprised that we're not getting, or I'm not seeing more, like, secret, like, objects and stuff like that I'm, like, donating or whatever, or... And I feel like that back tire should do the same thing as the front tire. It should also open up. Or have some different notion of opening up, maybe? Maybe like those grooves would have something that popped out that's more, a little bit more to help you climb up when you're hanging off a ledge. I do not understand why they don't have a more locked-in system for this. This seems like a no-brainer. Like the undercarriage of the car right there, those leg things that are coming off it should totally have grooves to link into either that grab tram or the rail itself. And I could see maybe those things, when you get near it, those things like fold down or drop down or something like that, and then they pop back up when you get near it. But, because, let's see here. I don't know if that side of those wheels, if they could squeeze together, if they could, like, come in more in line, would help as well. I don't know if it's even possible with how they've designed this. though. They would have to have like that undercarriage joint system there where it could like pull in, which I think I would appreciate with being able to get across this stuff a little bit easier, but okay, so currently right now I'm just gonna start heading back the other direction. I think I might go and try to grab some of those ladders, because look at all those. See if I can do this. Yep, I can. Alright. Okay, how am I best gonna do this? I think I should drop into here. Ah, fuck. You're fine, you're fine. Come on. Can I add more to that? Or is that full? I'm curious about that. I mean, if I could save right now, I would try a grenade. I think I'm gonna fuck up my boots a little bit real quick here. Okay. Yeah. I guess doing that was probably a good thing. Pulled them away from this. Come on. Okay, sweet. It's fun. Yeah, you piece of shit. Okay. They're totally gonna get hit when I get inside here. Stop. Now this is a interesting question. Can I just grab that? Yes. Because this kind of situation that I'm seeing here with this, which I could see being fun, and I wanted the other game to lead more into that. Because, so if the first game had more of a deviation to automation, so you stopped having to take care of your setup, your structures and whatnot, then that would free up time, and also the notion of automating this notion on top of it to give more resources to other people. So you're literally getting stuff to then becoming like a provider of stuff. When people are doing requests for items, that could be a little bit more automated, or that you're like reacting to that. Shit. We're gonna take this stuff over to this guy, I think. No, they're still coming. I want to go grab that. I think I'm gonna circle back around. But I could just see like this kind of a thing here where I'm either crafting ladders or I'm finding them like they're doing in this, which is really cool. That then I could then do huge donations of stuff, like take my 10% of the find kind of a deal. Oh dear. I gotta try to go get charged. I wish I knew if slow movement is better over speed when in this state. Am I getting more distance and usage of my power going slow, or do I get more distance and usage with the speed? It kind of feels like it's safer to go slow, but I'm not positive. What the fuck? Let me into the Pokebox. Why remove that? If I can hide in it, I should be able to push it in it. Okay, let's look at trust. So in trust is just basically this stuff specifically. Okay, do we have any stuff for her? Yes, we have 2 villa.
Your service and transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter.
And then we back out, and then we go into share. And then we go to our crazy stack of letters. I'll maybe save what? 4 out of that stack for right now. Let's see here. Donate.
Thank you for your cooperation. All contributions are welcome.
I'll probably take these and put them somewhere else. Maybe like at the other area, more central to where I'm doing stuff at. So let's hop back in here. We might need to go take out those bandits so we can move more freely. Which I think they're still also considered mules, so it's... I'm curious. We're gonna do it. System. Cause yeah, I feel like these things should be so like automatedly connected with each other now in this game, in my opinion. I do like the clunkiness of that, but I feel like there should be a level up on the vehicle and a level up on the, what would you call that? The ladder to... You'd go up to it and it would basically say climb. You would engage with it. Is there a way up from here? There's a soft one at least. Do I keep that if I drop this? Clicking all the wrong buttons. Yes, I do. Good, good, good. I thought I did. Now let's click the right button here. Okay, let's look. Only one? No. 2. That's cool. You can go back to crouching, bud? I'm gonna wake them up. It's fine. Oh, he's taking him somewhere. Come on. Fucking bullshit. What? Why? That's fucking trash. That is so fucking stupid. They become impervious to rope. That's so fucking stupid. That is... Why did you do that, Kojima? That is so stupid. You removed a perfectly good notion of a chain mechanic to purposely take someone out, to get soft alerted so that they go get busy and try to deal with their bodies. This is a common technique in military stuff where you wound people so that you can then keep them busy so you can take down another person, and you would want to wound them too. And then you create a pile of wounded people, so then people's emotions get into the mix. They want to save their buddy. You robbed me of me being able to take him out, too. Tie him up as well. That makes no sense. The only thing I can think of is it's just too OP or something like that, and I didn't want it to be a thing, but why? Give me a fucking reason why. If they had an Odra deck watching their back, if there was some reason for it, then it would be okay, but there's no fucking reason for that. I hope it's not that it was just glitching out on me, that I can rope them in that situation, because that is fucking bullshit. Ugh. I think running directly into an object without the vehicle, like, trying to go over it is one of the most, like, in-game discomfort, I guess is the best way to describe it. I do not like the feeling of, like, just getting dime stopped like that. When I feel like I got a tire that should drive over stuff like this. It should go over top of it, not just run into it. I want there to be something expanded with the scan system and surfaces so that I can tell that this surface is going to be a wall, basically. Trying to think how best you would do that. Because right now they have these X's and stuff. You could do like a wall of X's. Could kind of do it. But I think what it would be is I would... Yeah, wall of X's. Like where they're actually connected together, where it's creating like a diamond mesh. Yeah, that would make sense. Because it would feel good, like, if you ran into something and then you scanned and like, oh, okay, my bad. That's on me. I did not look ahead before driving. But I want to say that that's just, somewhat a weird limitation to the, collision mechanics in the game. Because I want to say, like that. What the fuck was that? That did not... That felt like I ran into an invisible rock there. I feel like there should be more... porters in this beginning of this thing running around. Oh, maybe I could test this out. This. I think I should be far enough away to... I am not. Further away. Man, but ugh, that was awful. Especially with how they have this system in here. You go to try to stealth someone, and it doesn't fucking work, and they don't have a quick secondary acquisition. At least I don't know what it is. To switch out. There's gotta be. Because that puts it in, puts it out. But you had to have done that, right? Okay, let's do it with this and this, because this would be the other one. Let's look at controls. Boot system. There's gotta be. No, there's not. That's so stupid. But they didn't improve that. So they improved this whole combat thing so that it's more action, has more action fluidity to it, but then they don't balance out you being able to manage your kit flexible. I hope that I'm hoping maybe this is like a tanker situation where this part of the game has a lot of the original mechanics, and and these mechanics are going to be cycled out with more new mechanics. Doesn't make sense really to do that fully, but that area is kind of small, so I could see them using this as like, here's your training wheels for some of the stuff you'll experience, but then we'll add a little bit more. But I would assume you would want to actually have this be a little bit more set up to do something like that. I'm trying to think how I would do it. With the, lack of buttons, because it may be just that. The easiest answer would be that you could, in the options, you could go to toggle last weapon, and then instead of holstering, and holstering would be one of the toggles. So you would have to toggle through a bunch of weapons to put a weapon away, which could be annoying. You could have only 2 weapons to toggle as well. In one of the Metal Gear games you could set up 2 toggle or 3 toggle or just on off, which I enjoyed being able to make that choice in certain situations. Trying to think here, what would make the most sense? So what I'm thinking is it would be something with the notion of holding your weapon, I think is what it would be. So you'd be well, I guess you wouldn't be able to do it in there while doing that, but it would be like when you're in this mode here and you clicked. What the fuck? Why did you do that? Oh, because of that. Okay. But, so when you click this, you would be in this section here, and then you could click this button here to switch out. Technically, what it would almost have it be is, and this might piss me off though, if you have your weapon drawn here, all these other buttons, up, down, left, right, would be deactivated and swapped to something else. So you would have your 3 branches there to different weapons that you'd put on a hot menu. So I could click up. No, that would still work, because I have to hold it. You could still do clicks there. You could still have hot bars there. Oh, what the hell was that? There is a hot bar there. So if I have this and I click down, it puts down the weapon? Wow, that's cool. That's good to know. What does this do? That does the light. So yeah, up. Up should be it. Click up. They did something with the first one, why not with the other one? That should be switching through weapons. Toggling through weapons. Specifically, so in this situation though, what I have set up, the only thing that I would be toggling from is my strand and that pistol. Because I would have to actively come into here, click this, and then from here, I could click this to toggle. And I feel like I should be able to toggle just tapping here too. It might be a little bit annoying, but you could use this as a safety method where you have to be looking down sight to get it to toggle. Because yeah, you would toggle that, and then bam, yeah. And it would just switch between holstered and your back holster and your strand. Those three. Boom, boom, boom. I would also probably add a fourth, your grenades on your legs. Any grenades in your back would not be selected in that cycle method. But then in the options menu, you would have the system to like say which ones you kind of want to have activated for it, maybe. Or actually, what I actually do is have you not in here, but in here, you would basically be able to check them for active swapping, and then that would also give you an indication of what grenades you have and where they're at. Like, oh, okay, this grenade's on my leg because I have that option to have it on the top on my toggle for quick swap. Because even though you pause and you can come in here and do it, it's fine, but it does not feel good. It does not. I don't know what it is. It's just not as smooth as the Metal Gear system. But let's go ahead and test this. Let's do this too, so I'm not having to fuck with this shit. Probably just gonna reload after I test this anyway. So I want to see what these guys do with cleared them out. Wonder if they reappear. Okay. Let's go ahead and reload that. I might need to reload. Wonder if there's another option that could be functionally also used in here. Oh yeah, nope, it would work here too. Don't have to be aiming. You just press up, and then you would switch to a different weapon. Yeah. I think the only weirdness would be this, because where does this weapon go? Is it just disappearing? It's like it's saying that it's on his back, but it's not on its back. That's weird. I think it should be having a spot like sitting on the side here or something like that, actually. You should visually actually see that, just like you do on its backpack when it's in a... There should be like an active, like, hold somewhere on here. I would assume it would be on this side to emulate it being on that side of the backpack, but there would be just some kind of a link cage system that would put grenades or stuff on it. But I think you can't use grenades, right? in this? No, you can. You can. Okay, let's try to mosey on back. Go ahead and grab this to send to someone. Yeah, that right there. Oh dear. We're in trouble a little bit here. I'm fine wasting a PCC and then destroying the charging thing if I need to. Will I make it? Will I make it? Okay, I wanted to test this out. Yeah. Come on, Kojima. Why? When I'm in this vehicle, I should be able to take off the backpack and leave the backpack. Let me do it. Instead of having to do this, this is silly. There's no reason for me to do that.
And there's our... Figured we would never see this cargo.
Now displaying your current port grade.
Many thanks. You've been... Hope we can...
You could even have cool animations with getting into a vehicle without a backpack on, where you're being a little bit more like, you could, you know, be more jumpy and stuff like that, especially getting out, where you can maybe dive out of the vehicle. So you could dive out, roll, then start actively moving into a fighting stance. This... putting rounds on people and whatnot. Is it at the very bottom? Just fill it up. Whatever that looks like, just do that. Put on that back. Nope, not bad. Trust, yes. Villa. And I wish they would actually just organize this stuff also by location, or have that option. Have a toggle on the top. So it's like grouped who is who and what is what. Okay, let's see here. So that's Villa, that's Villa. I'm gonna keep those.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated.
I'm gonna head over here. I wonder if I can get close enough to... Yes. Fish? Whoa. There could be items that are non-scannable that could be on these rooftops. I could see that. I don't know why this one has worked for me better. I've driven across some of the time. They definitely need a
Thank you.
full
We wrote this stuff off as lost. Thanks for...
full skip on these, unless you unlock stuff.
Order completed.
I feel like what it should do is immediately skip, show your grade, and then back, and then you have to do one more. That's it. I have a bunch of shit on my thing that I should have probably put away there, but Okay, let's continue. See, because what I want in something like this, when I'm driving around in a vehicle, is where I'm going along and I'm doing something to actively speed myself up more and continuously through it. Kind of like a, not necessarily a QTE chained thing, but a kind of. It's almost like I want the bonus, like, start in like a, Mario Kart, if you hit the 3 lights or at the right time, kind of a deal, but more constant, not just happening here and there, because I don't feel like I would want to be boosted every time that I picked up Kyle Crystal, but I want that type of a vibe, so when I'm coming along and hitting these, that I'm like getting some stuff going. To be honest, I feel like it might be more about the pathing. So if I'm on like this type of a path, then I'm getting like more speed, but then it like bottoms out at a certain point, which would make sense. And then maybe it's like the notion of doing like some kind of a trick, but not a trick. Because I don't feel like the idea of actually doing tricks is what we would really want to be doing. It's more getting rewarded for doing something more well or tight, or trying to cycle it back into my head a little bit more. Maybe just the notion of that there's like a boost system of some sort that's with it. This is what it would be. Because I know that there is the boost id when you go into hyperdrive kind of thing, where you're like, I'm driving boosted right now, but I want boosts in my boost. I feel like if they had a better jumping system, where I felt like safe doing it with my cargo, or it's a risk reward thing, where it's a little bit QTE, or
Always a pleasure to see you.
it's just a combination of things that you got to do. So you would double jump with the thing, or charge jump is probably what I would really want. You charge jump in the air, and then when you're charge jump, and then you hold down the button for a charge land, and then you just got to make sure that you're releasing the button on your charge jump, holding down the button to charge a deceleration jump, which scissors the wheels to a point, and they land and sprawl out and spring back up, kind of thing. You do this in out kind of thing, where it scissors in and out to decelerate the jump. I think there might be something else that you could do too. Oh, am I done with it?
Please accept this with my thanks. We're increasing the quantity of materials allocated.
Now displaying your current portal grade.
Okay.
No one has done more for us in art. You've helped us on behalf of all. If there's ever anything we can do to give you a helping hand, let us know. We want to be there for you. Always.
Let him talk, but...
Order completed. Well done.
So I want to say if we 5-star a person, we don't see their stuff in here. Like, the game's not going to send us packages if we're 5-starred. But we could still see them inside our stuff, which is stupid. If those things are not seen by other people, then it's just... the game could just send me a bunch of stuff that I have no access to, and I can't send it to anyone else. Unless when it's in that state, it can be entrusted. That would be cool, if that's how they deal with it. But I think I tried to do that previously, and I wasn't showing up with the lady. So it's what do I want to do here? Okay, I'm gonna hop in here. We'll go outside, charge up. I'm gonna go up the mountain, see if there's anything. I think the other thing is what I'm really wanting is just a more dynamic shifting up through stuff in this. So I'm not sure what button that would be. What? Because that turns that on and off. That does that. Oh, whoa. That does that.
Feels good.
Ah, see, that would be perfect if they didn't have it. Leave the backpack. I know people would be upset about that, though. Circle seems to be doing nothing, right? Circle doing anything? What does circle do? System... vehicle... drift, it does drift, okay. Triangle does nothing? R1 does nothing? What? I hope that changes. That's just saying that because we just don't have access. But those would assist with this notion. R1 would be perfect. Ish. It'd be ish perfect. Because you're holding down the gas and then you would... I don't like pressing on R1 and R2 with 2 fingers. It's just something that I've developed and learned over the years of playing, that I like to move my pointer finger up to R1 and down to R2. My other finger is currently down, my birdie finger is hitting my underpad. So if I could do that notion of reaching up, that would be a thing. Because yeah, my underpad is doing this work, switching this, but which isn't that needed when I'm in a vehicle, so I could come up there while driving and use my underpad for driving, gassing. It wouldn't be too hard to do that because they're not doing something really weird with the haptics. And then I would use R1 to shift up. So I'd be cruising. It would reach a state where it's like maxed out, and then I click it, and then it would go again. It would shift up again, shift up again. The notion of downshifting though with that is you'd almost want to use this charge button to downshift. You can't immediately get out of it, but I think you would want to be able to immediately turn it off, even if you've upshift. It would just immediately downshift you through all the stuff quickly. Trying to think how else could you do that? You can run a hold and for a minute, and then you would hold, and then it would downshift, and then downshift again. After you would basically downshift into it, and then you would have the release, hold it again, it would downshift, and then you would have to release. And then you would have to, if you wanted upshift, you just click it. And the context of that could also be reversed too. You can have it say, well, what do you want? Do you want upshifting to be held or tapped? Or do you want downshifting to be tapped or held? But I could see there being something also with it though, is that you need to be on good ground to gain access. Ooh. Let's hope we can make it back down the hill. I think we can. And this right here would also be nice, yet again, the notion of having a more neutral. Am I getting battery? It's blinking. Is that normal? Just a normal blink? Hey, look. Stop, brake. Is that just solar, like, trickle? It worked. Where to look at Sam's stuff? Yeah, I hope this stuff doesn't get reset. I do like that blinking that they do on this in here. Yeah, I kind of want this to be left and the gun to be up a little bit, but I feel like I'm just saying that because it's easier to access. I'm sure when I wanted the other, I would want the other one to be on that. Okay, how do what am I to do now?
Wondering when we meet again. You been doing all right?
Oh fuck! Damn it!
All this stuff. Never thought it would get here.
I didn't need to do that.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
It was a pleasure talking to you again.
I'm gonna see if I can recount that. I'm gonna see if I can recount it.
Order completed.
Can I recount it? System. Load. I don't think I can. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Your service in transporting this cargo.
They should have after M5 started. Why do that? I guess so I can grind likes. I guess. So I feel like it should. After you 5-starred them, you're entrusting it, but it is what it is. And let's go back to the other place, and then we will. So the thing that I was talking about earlier with the upshifting, so I could only upshift if I'm on this type of a paved road, and I feel like it would basically be something that I'm maintaining. So it's like right now, it would be falling, it would be depleting, and then I would need to come over here and then try to get onto this stuff, and they would start building up again. And when maxed out, I could upshift. And the notion of kind of an up boost shift, so I'm going a little bit faster or whatnot. I could see even like the notion of the tires either spreading out or going more in line, and maybe we're getting a more low profile or something like that, because we're on roads that are meant to be traveled on and there's not shit in the way. Constructed roads would do this faster. The notion of because it would basically feel like that every time that you did it, it would just get you up a little bit faster, And out here, I don't know. I guess I would say yes, you should be able to create some kind of a path system out here too. Even in this desert stuff. But I could see you having like maybe if there's high winds that happen, it would kind of wash away stuff. It would be like that. Yeah, it'd look like that. Probably. Let's take a look at here. I want to go in there and drop off some of the stuff that I have on my person. I've got extra crap that I don't really help me. Let's see here. First, we want to check him. Nothing. We want to check her again. Yeah, now she has 4 things. 4 things that I don't think I have access to. Nothing. Oh, there's supposed to be filters. Can I your structures, your vehicles, custom. Yes, how do I customize? What is this? Delivery cargo.